Hi everyone, it's Rita from Miss Rita to the Rescue. How are you today? It's Saturday morning here in Peabody, well, everywhere it's Saturday morning, but it's a dreary Saturday morning here in my lovely home town, Peabody, Massachusetts. And I figured I would take this quiet time to catch up on some of my projects. I don't know about you, but I craft every day, but I don't often sit down and do my crafts. I put them all together. So what I do is I literally make little piles of things that I've cut out. I'm curious to know from you all what you do. What you do for when you're cut. Do you cut out? Simply cut out a one project at a time, or do you do these little piles like I do? I don't know. For me, and here's the other thing. I cut out when I'm making a project, especially when I'm making cards. I always cut out more than one. I know some people they make just one card, and there is something to be said for the individuality of that kind of a card. But for me, I hate to waste paper. So oftentimes when I'm cutting out a card, and here's an example, here's a piece of silver glitter cardstock, and actually two of these would fit onto a mat quite nicely. So why cut out one and then have to figure out how to reuse that other piece reuse the leftover. So I cut out two, and oftentimes I even cut out four because, well, four is better than two, right? And so I end up with basically four of everything usually when I'm making cards, and which is okay, because then I give them away. When people come to visit, they say, I like snowflakes, or I like snowmen. This week I had somebody who said they like snowmen, so I made sure to give her that snowman card that I did last week, the Anna Griffin snowman card. And with my other friend Linda, she loves cardinals, so I made sure to give her a cardinal card. And I'm not sure. I'm going to show you two different cardinal cards that I have done. And do you know about cardinals and their significance? A lot of people believe that cardinals are a sign that your loved one that you may have lost, that your loved one has come back to visit you. And I just absolutely love that thought. So I do tend to make a lot of my Christmassy cards with cardinals because, well, they just look so beautiful on the white background, right? Of a snowy scene. And well, I just love the significance. So anyway, so today I'm putting together just one of the many projects that I've cut and not come back to do. It's a snowflake card. This is a snowflake card. I think it's an Anna Griffin snowflake card, and it is available in Cricut Access, and I will give you the link in the description of this video for this card. What I like about this card, even though it is a layered card and it has the interior and the exterior, it's not as pardon me, it's not as really detailed as this type of layered card. This one here, it's not as daunting in terms of the gluing purpose goes. But you know, I understand if people are a little bit nervous about the glue. What I was doing when I was putting this together is I changed the color. So this one is white, but this one is green. And so then I started playing around with, well, maybe you don't need so many layers. I mean, maybe you could just do this, and that is a beautiful look. Very different than that, isn't it? Or maybe just take out one of the layers. So let me just take out one of the layers. Oh, I love that. So so here's the thing. You don't have to cut your projects exactly the way that they're designed to be cut. And you don't have to cut them in the color scheme that they're designed to be cut in. These are just merely suggestions. They're jumping off points for you. And never feel constrained. This week, I think I told you in another video, but this week I had a girlfriend of mine that lives close by who came by the house, and she has a Cricut Explorer, and like many people, and I've heard this a lot from people, is that she's kind of a little afraid of it. And she's a teacher, and so she said, can I please just come over and do it with you? You don't have to actually do it for me, but can I do it with you, and you can watch what I do? And I said, yeah, absolutely. And so she came over, and we spent, you know, a couple hours going through and making a couple of cards, and I showed her all a bunch of little tricks. And she said, I don't know, afterwards she said, I don't know what I was afraid of, because it's so easy. Once you get the hang of it, it's so easy. And that's true. You know, once you get over the hump of that first project, and there are people, folks, if one of you is listening that got a machine this year and haven't taken it out of the box, listen, step 1, take it out of the box. Step 2, get over your fear. This is crafting. It is not rocket science. It's not, you're not going to kill anybody if you make a mistake. This is crafting. So do not be afraid to make mistakes. Do not be afraid to learn as you go. There is such a thing as faking it till you make it. I personally, I like that, because sometimes you just have to have the confidence to begin. And that's what it's sort of a philosophy that I like to espouse in my life, is that showing up is half the battle, and beginning something is better than trying to always work on perfection. Yesterday I posted a epic fail of Infusible Ink, and I thought, ooh, I wonder if other people would post fails. But to be honest, I think that we should. I think we should show people what it's like to try, and we can be an inspiration to someone so that they will get started. So listen, if your Cricut machine is not open and on your desk and in use on a regular basis, start by taking it out of the box, opening it up, trying something. Don't get discouraged. Don't get discouraged, and learn to own those things that you make. And one of the things that I love about this time of year is that we bring out decorations that we only see once a year, right? And so I craft my Christmas decorations and cards and what have you. So I've gotten into the habit of every year, and I've been crafting with a Cricut for, I don't know what it is, 8 years now, or maybe it's 7. But so I've been crafting with a Cricut for 7 years, and I remember some of those first tries that I made. They were so simple, and they were, you know, like really, really amateur, I guess. So what I do is every year I take all of, at least one of all of the cards that I make, and I tuck them in with my ornaments and decorations. And then the next year I take them all out and I look at them. It's sort of like when you're looking at your kids' artwork from first grade or kindergarten all the way up to, you know, middle school, whatever. I forget when they stopped doing crafts in school. I think it might be before middle school, but anyway, it's the same theory, which is you know, you can see the progression. Sometimes it's hard to see how much you've accomplished when you're seeing it every day. It's like watching your child grow up. You don't see how much they've changed. When you see them every single day, you see it when you see pictures of last year or the year before, or a memory that pops up on your Facebook or whatever. So listen, this is what I do. I put my crafts, and you know, every year I think, oh, I'm getting better, and I'm doing much better. Pretty soon I'll be as good as Anna Griffin or Martha Stewart or what have you. And you know, it's okay to dream that way, but you got to start somewhere. Martha and Anna, they didn't start making things and having it be perfect. They had fails too, and maybe we don't necessarily see them, but they did fail, and failing is a good thing. It's a good way to learn, and you can go back and look and say, look at all I've learned this year with my crafting. Or the same holds true with cooking, knitting, any kind of home arts, cleaning even, although I'm not a big cleaner. Anyway, so that's my little lecture, my Saturday morning lecture for you all. If you have a machine, get it out. Try one of these really fun projects. A lot of them are free, and you just only need to open up your design space wherever you happen to do that. And remember, design space is free to use, and it will always be free to use, and you can start designing right away, same day as when you get that machine. So get it out of the box, people. Get your machines out of the box and get going. And pretty soon, well, maybe it's like running a marathon, right? Or learning to be a marathon runner. You know, the first day you might only get a few blocks. Well, it's the same thing for crafting. The first few tries, you might mess up. You might even throw it away. I would suggest you don't throw it away, but keep it. And so you can look back on it and say, hey, wow, look at how terrible I was and now how wonderful I am. That is so, that's so critical for you to see progress. And that's what this is about. That's what life is about, really. It's about progress. It's not about perfection. It's about progress. So what are you going to do today that's going to progress you on in your journey? What are you going to do? So take that step. Take that first step. Put one foot in front of the other, and do the next right thing or the next thing. And that sometimes it means taking a few minutes and doing some crafts. There's an incredible sense of accomplishment when you can do something. It's an amazing thing to show someone and say, I made this. So that's all for today as I sit here and craft. I'll come back and show you. I still owe you a video on how to apply Infusible Ink to the coasters. I know I'm going to do that a little bit later. And then I want to show you my cardinals. I have a couple of really quick ornaments to show you. And I owe you a snowman, a snow globe video, how to assemble this snow globe. That's going to come up soon, so be patient with me as I try to get my all of these videos in. And remember, you don't have to watch all of these the day they come out. That's what YouTube is for. It's a great, like, it's kind of a clearinghouse of place to hold all of the videos, and all the videos do get shared there, and you can go there and watch them at any time, and I encourage you to do that. So that's it for today. I'll be seeing you really soon with some other great Cricut crafts. Have a great day.